What up? I'm back. Today's the 1st of July. Dude, it's late. It's like a 10:37. I didn't get home till, I don't know, after 8. And then, I painted, I don't know. Dude, I painted one and it's weird, bro. I don't understand my art sometimes. Like, whatever's coming out of me, like, it's weird, man. And it just makes weird things. And, I don't know. Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is, but it's fun. I don't understand it. I understand it's something in me coming out, and it's weird, bro. It's weird, and that's why, like, my art is something, man. It's something crazy, and I know it's the future for me. It's part of my future. It's definitely part of it. Um, and even if it's not, I don't know. It's weird, bro. Some of that stuff is weird, and it's not technical, and it's not crazy perfect stuff, like, but it's coming from me, so it means something. And it's so weird because some days, like, my art is just not anything pretty, to say the least. And it makes zero sense because when I step up to that canvas, dude, there is no game plan. Like, there's no nothing. Like, that's what's so funny. That's why it's weird when stuff comes out. I'm like, dude, what the heck is this? And then why is this there? And why is that? And why? And it's so confusing to me, man. It's the most confusing thing ever. And it's so weird because I'm literally just standing there, and then just stuff intuitively comes, and I see stuff in it, and I just, whatever. I'm just going with it. And sometimes it's weird because the art just looks crazy weird when I do it. Because it's like, it's super simple and childish block figures, like, nothing detailed, but left for interpretation. And when it does that, I don't really like it, but I think I don't like it because it's coming out of me. And it's something that's triggering me, or it's an idea, or something in my subconscious is coming out, and I just don't like it. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then, like, I videotape myself doing it, but then the phone cuts off because of storage, and it's weird sometimes, man. My life is crazy. And but whatever. I had to talk, even though it was late, and I wanted to paint because I was like, I need to paint because it just helps me. It's my escape, and it eats up some time, and it helps me just, I don't know, feel relevant with myself sometimes. And it's because, like, I'm really giving myself something, and the talk's the same as me giving myself time, but it's just super fun because, like I said, there's no expectation. And the with no expectation means it's ultimately just perfect. It's perfect. The act, whatever I'm doing in that room, listen to music, it's perfect. And I went through a couple songs, and then I finally picked a song. And well, I was painting, and this is the song that this talk is too. But I don't know, man. Life is fun. I'll give you that. Life is fun, and it's like, I don't understand it. And that's part of the journey. That will start your journey. I think once you, me and a buddy talked about it today, and well, at least I said it. I was like, at the beginning of this journey, like, one of the first things ultimately that started the whole thing was me going, wait a minute, I was wrong about everything. I'm wrong about everything in my life, and I'm not wrong now, but I was before. I was like, dude, this crap that I'm in is just wrong. the ideas that I have are just wrong. Like, everything I know, I have to reevaluate it because it's just, I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know. All I know is I'm not right all the time. And I'm not right because I'm not happy. And like I said, it's a pride and ego death. Because you have to step up to the plate and go, wait a minute. If I'm not happy, then something that I'm doing, not anyone else, something that I'm doing, something I'm acting out, something I'm living, something I'm believing is wrong. Is wrong. And now either I can face it, either I can learn, dig in, question everything, reevaluate everything, or I can continue to live a lie that I know is a lie, because if it wasn't a lie, I would be happy. And that may not make any sense. But evidently, the lie is so good that it's making me continue to do the things that I do and live the way that I do and not be happy. To not think that there's anything wrong with it and that I'm doing the best that I can do? Are you serious, bro? Like, I should be happy. And it's just crazy because, like, I look back at it and I'm like, that was the easiest decision I ever made in my life. And it affected me the most. It had the greatest potential to it. It's created all of this, all of whatever this is, whatever I am happy. And like, I worked all day today and I wasn't mad. I was laughing. I was listening to my talk all day long. I had a buddy there working. And that alone helped me. Just having someone knowing someone else is there working too is a huge deal for me. Even if we don't work together, it's not bad. It's just knowing that I'm not having to do this all on my own. And like, that's what I need if I continue to do this job. I just need someone there with me, working, just so I know I'm not there alone. And that enough, man. I go to town, knowing that I'm not having to do this alone. And that's gonna change things in the future for me. That's because, I mean, even though I've dragged this job on forever, like, we talked about it today, and he's like, just, you know, maybe in the future, whenever you're ready and you got another person to help you, and we can do it again. I'm like, okay. But I think it's weird because it's like, I'm trying to learn to trust. And me and him talked about it. And I was like, I've never trusted anyone, really, because it's never worked out. But a lot of that is high expectations on humans, and now that my expectations have changed, and I really don't have any expectations for people. I'm getting better. I'm learning to trust now certain people, because instead of me putting expectations on people, just accepting people for the way they are. So if they're a duck, you call them a duck. Like, it's that simple. Like, if he's a good person, or he's a good partner, and he's showing me over and over again, like, why would I assume the opposite? I'm learning to trust human beings, and it's very, very difficult. But it's not either. It's not, because in this process, I'm so freaking cutthroat now that I already know. I know if I can trust you, I know if I can't. And if I can't trust you, peace. Or I put you in a situation where I don't need to trust you. Where you don't have anything. I'm not relying on you in any capacity for trust. And it is what it is. And I'm just like a dude. I don't know who I am, other than the fact that I'm a monster now. I am stone cold killer now. Like, I am everything that I need to be now. I am selfish when I need to be selfish, and I'm selfless when I need to be selfless. I will cut you off in a second, and I'll never talk to you again if I have to. I have no time for this anymore. I don't have time. And we talked about today, because it's like, if my goal is to be the best version of me, then I do need to make as much money as I possibly can. I need to be proficient and effective in everything that I do. I need not to waste time. And anything that I do in it is ultimately for a goal. Ultimately for knowledge, ultimately to better myself, ultimately to create legacy, ultimately to create financial security. It's a lot of stuff, and I don't have time for the shenanigans. It's the no-nonsense Cody. The only difference is this Cody is really about no nonsense. Oh, he has fun all day and stuff like that. But I don't have time to have people in my life that are nonsense. And, I have time for people to help people. I have time to talk to people. I have all this time. But I'm not going to continue to let people treat me bad, try and hoodwink me, even though they don't know they're doing it sometimes. If you're a narcissist, see ya. If you think you got some kind of power over me, see ya. Because it ain't going to happen no more. And this is the part of, stepping into your power, and I can't wait. I'm watching some of my friends do it, and I can't wait for a lot of other people to do it. Especially these helpers, these people that, they've gone through life, now they're like me, where it's like, we've helped everyone, and we have nothing to show for it. We're still less than. And, it's time to step in our power now. We have tons of skills. We have more skills than the average human being. We're tougher than the average human being. We can get through a lot more stuff alone. Because ultimately we've been alone. Because helping is a lonely road, boy. It's a lonely road. And but you're bred for it. You went through trials and tribulations to get to this point, to where now you're going, wait a minute. Instead of trying to get stuff from these takers, why don't we caddyshack up with all the helpers? Because we all know we've all gone through the same battles. We've all gone through the same journeys, and we can be there, and we know we're not going to freaking whatever. It's going to be a little bit different. But we can trust each other because we've done the same thing. We've gone down the same road. We know. And yeah, it won't be easy. And yeah, we got to keep growing in ourselves. And not having expectations for people and knowing when to let other people lead because it needs to happen. That's the only way it's going to work. I know how to step back when I need to step back. I know how to be in a relationship with someone who thinks they're alpha, so I allow them to be alpha. If the logic is there and the ideas are there, but I mean, if that's how I need to get the best potential out of people, I know when to step back. I know when to take the lead. I know when to do this. That's a good leader. And that's what these helpers are. These helpers are leaders. It sucks because it's like your whole life you think you're second best, but ultimately you've been best the whole time. Because you understand when to sacrifice things and when not to. You know when to sit back and you know when not to now. But it takes a process. It takes a process of number one, getting the confidence in yourself and learning who you are. Because before you do that, you're still going to have all these broken ideas in your head. And so until you give yourself time, until you learn to love yourself, and truly love yourself, and you do a bunch of brain dumping, and you get rid of all these stories in your head, and you learn to have zero expectations for other people, because you literally have zero expectations for yourself. Because you know how you're going to act, you know when you're going to fall, you know all this stuff. And as you get through, then you can weed those things out. It's a step process. Well, at some point, you don't have to fall as much. At some point, you're not going to fall to temptation as much. At some point, you're going to understand what you need to do and what you don't need to do. What you're strong enough to withhold and handle and what you're not. And that's what I'm learning now. And it's like, every day, it's just like one step closer. One step closer to what I want to hold on to for a little bit longer and what I want to let go forever. And then when am I going to let go of this thing that I'm holding on to? And then so on and so on. And this is crazy. And so that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm just stepping into my power every single day. I'm understanding more and more about my brain. I'm understanding more and more about my skills. Like, me and a buddy today talking, he's like, you know how to do all this stuff. I don't know how to do any of it. And I'm like, in my head, I kind of sound conceited, I guess, sometimes, but I think he understands that I'm not. Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm like, this stuff is the simplest crap in the world to me. And he's like, yeah, but to me it's difficult. And he says, you could do my job, but you would not be that good at it either at first. And I was like, yeah, I know. I could do it, but I would be bad at it until I got practice. That's the same with you. I just have years of experience and a lifetime of experience of understanding the way things work. And it's so weird. The processes in my head don't exist still. And I talked about that today with him. I was like, it's weird because, like, I'd never understood processes before because they didn't exist. It was just, this is the problem, and then solve it. Like, solve it. That's it. And I never thought about the steps to it. Sometimes I would be like, well, I gotta do this, but it was super quick. It's automated. And but now it's really like that in my work. It's so, like, to just show up and then start doing stuff. Like, it's so weird to me. Because there's no thought. My brain is empty. And it's really cool now, because now I understood today with someone there working with me that really all I need is just another human being to be with me. Because, like, I just need to know I'm not doing it alone. That there's another reason why I'm here. Because if it was just up to me, I don't care. But when I'm attached to another human being, and I can physically, tangibly see it, or see them, then it's like, oh, okay, boom, that's all I need. That's the motivation that I need. And it sucks that there's an external source there, but now I just need to figure out a way to implement this in the future, which I know I have a job over here and that guy will be there all the time. So that's all I really need, is just a little bit of interaction, knowing that somebody does care about what I'm doing. And that's really all I need. And that's why, like, I texted him a while ago and I was like, dude, just text me every day. That's it. That's all I ask for. Just to let me know that you actually even care about me doing a job. I understand you care about me as a person and my mental health and stuff, but that you actually care about the job. Because I need the external push, because if it's up to me, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna, my body's gonna tell me no. And so that's what, I talked to him a lot about a lot of stuff in my life. I kind of talked to him about how I see this as a fated event. I see this kind of as a video game idea where I've been running around town leveling up my brain and my body, and but yet I've been waiting on this fated event. But I knew before and I know now that I have to finish this fated event to continue on my journey to the next step of the level, the next, whatever. And but I don't know, it's cool, man. It's cool to meet people, and then whatever, because he's kind of like a mentor to me, and because I need it. Just because I just need people that I can trust and understand, and they understand me. And it was so funny. We were talking today, and he's like, dude, like, you communicate so much better now than you did before. And I was like, dude, I know, bro. He's like, you articulate your words. You look at people in the eyes, like, you don't stutter, you don't mumble anymore. And I'm like, dude, I know. I was like, it's just because I've been practicing every day. I just talk every day to myself, and it's changed everything. It's literally given me life. And I talked about this a long, long time ago, and how I'm giving myself life. Therefore, like, my Creator's giving me life because I'm giving Him time, and He's giving me time in return. But the life is flowing from Him into me and around like an infinity loop. I'm infinitely giving myself time. I'm infinitely giving myself love. I'm infinitely giving myself knowledge. I'm infinitely gaining new skills, getting better at everything. Understanding so much more. But still understanding at the end of the day, I know nothing. I know a drop in the bucket. And that for all of eternity, the point is to gain more and more knowledge and to become better and better and better and use that knowledge for good. And that's what this is, man. It's fun. It's fun as hell to me. The pain is fun. This is fun. And as much as I talk about this, man, I'm telling you, this is the number one thing every human needs to do if they're capable of it. If they have time. And we talked today when he's like, yeah, I'm a husband and a father. I don't have a lot of time. And I was like, I know. But I think that like 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, just giving yourself time, talking. You know, and therapists always say journal, but I'm like, dude, I'm hardcore about talking. Because it's so multifaceted. You hear yourself talk, you're talking out loud, you can correct yourself, you can be hard on yourself, you can all this stuff, and you're hearing it over and over again. It's your voice. And then if you record it, then you get to hear it again. You get to live the life that talks again. So you can get it, so you can check yourself, so you can understand what you need to do, what you don't need to do. It's very, it's therapy. It is all of it. It's me. It's me giving myself time. And in doing so, like, I've watched myself, man. I've watched myself change in so many ways, whether it's this or that, taking care of myself, loving myself, caring about myself, caring about my health, thinking maybe that I'm fat, and understanding that I'm trying to implement more things in the future to justify how study out my life. So when I go back to work like I am, I don't work 12, 13 hours and not eat right. Because that's a huge trap. I fall back into the old style where I eat once a day because I can. And it's easier because I like to work steady and I hate to quit. And but then my eat habits go down. But if I don't eat, I don't get hungry. So like it's a weird thing. So now I gotta learn how to like manage that and figure out how I'm gonna eat, because when I eat lots of food, I lose weight. When I don't eat lots of food, I gain weight. And that I'm the opposite of a lot of human beings. And me and him talked about it, because he's like, yeah, I'm that way, but some people aren't. Some people do the fasting thing and they lose weight, but I was like, I know my body. When I eat food, I lose weight. Because it shoots my metabolism up. Because I've programmed my body the opposite in the fasting to hold, because I'm doing physical labor all day. You know, it'd be different if I was in an office all day, but I'm not. So, but whatever. My body's just different than a lot of people, and but it's cool, man. And I worked all day today, and got a lot done, and looking good. I'm feeling good about it. Maybe pulling all-nighter tomorrow. I don't want to because I want to talk. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I think I shouldn't, which means I'm probably not going to now. Because the benefit does not outweigh the work. Because I need to make sure and not fall back into the hands of what Cody used to do. He would stay up 3 days and work. And fine, get a lot of work done. But ultimately, what's the point? You know, what's another day? What's another trip? You know, because my body and my mind is more important than me staying up for 30 hours, 40 hours, 48 hours, 50 hours working. I can do it. It's not hard. But it's not beneficial. It only harms me. And so that's what a lot of these talks are. It's me trying to talk out what I'm going to do in my life, and then understand and learn, like, there should never be a point when I have to pull one of those unless it's just an emergency job that I got to get done. And there's been many times where I'll be up 3 days, 2 days, like I got a closing, something happened, I got to go freaking tear out everything and repair it. Like, it's crazy, some crazy stuff, and I'll get it done every time. Like, I don't know how it works out, it just does, but I'm quick when I need to be quick. I'm actually quick all the time. It's just the bigger scale jobs, like, it doesn't matter how quick you are by yourself, it's too much. It's too many things to do. So, well, folks. But whatever, man. today was a good day, and tomorrow will be a good day too. I'm gonna go to the dump tomorrow. It should be open tomorrow. And whatever, man. Today was cool. It's fun, man. One of my friends texted me and she goes, I think you're my best friend. Because I'm sad. I haven't talked to you. I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, yeah. I'm sad too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I build friendships with humans, and it's cool, man. You know, because I love them. Like, I love humans, and I love my friends. Like, I love them completely. And but I do understand it's like there's boundaries in place and there's rules in place for a reason. And the way that I carry myself, there's rules in place, and sometimes I gotta be very wary about that, because where you give your attention to, if you're not strong in your boundaries, you know, you can overstep them. And I'm capable of having friends, whether they're females or males, especially females, like that. I can draw the line. Before I couldn't, but now, standing in the power that I have, I've been able to do that. I just got to make sure that the other person can stand their ground too, and I think so. I think this person's capable, and I think females are actually more capable than males at doing that. So that's fine. It is what it is. It's cool. But life is cool, man, and everything's a journey and a learning lesson, and whatever. I feel bad though, because I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. So I kind of feel a little bad. She's a cool person, but plus, like I said, I have a skill where I walk away from people, and I didn't walk away from her. I just had to go do some stuff, and in order for me to do stuff, I had to separate a cycle. You know what I'm saying? I had to step out of a cycle. And I got to reevaluate when the cycle is done and how I'm going to step back into that. And put limits and restrictions on it, because I can't spend all my time with her. Like, that makes zero sense. But I obviously need to spend more time with her than I am now, which is zero. So, that's just not fair. It's not what friends do. And I got to get better at that. I got to get better at the balance part and not just walking in and out of people's lives. Because it's not fair to them, and but I gotta get better at it, because it's hard for me, because I have a life as well, and stuff comes up, and then I gotta go deal with stuff, I gotta go deal with me, I gotta focus on this, I gotta focus on that, and I can't be focusing on other humans as much, you know. But it's just all a learning process, and that's what's so cool about this. It's so multifaceted. I'm learning about everything all at once. I'm learning about relationships, I'm learning about not relationships, I'm learning about money, I'm learning about this, I'm learning about that, I'm learning about what I can have, what I should have, what I'm capable of having. It's just crazy, man, and I'm understanding that, like, money is only a tool, and I need that tool, and I deserve to have that tool, and I gotta figure out the best ways for me to get that tool. And whatever, man. And I'm gonna have so many streams of income in the future. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Because that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm dealing with in my head. How big can I get? How many people can I affect at one time? Like, that's my goal. Like, is to touch everything, all things around me, but then whatever, and go bigger than that, and go, and just be the biggest version of me. You know, and with that comes money. But money is a tool, and I need that tool to continue to grow. You know, the only difference is I'm gonna make real change. But first, I gotta make change around me. First, I gotta touch everything around me. You know, it's like the church motto. You know, you gotta constantly keep growing. The only difference is I'm gonna do it right. You know, mine's not about growing community. Mine's about growing my stuff to help more people, so they can help more people. It's a pyramid scheme of love. Like, that's my goal. And it to be real. And to help the people around me first, heal the people around me first, before I go sending crap to other countries like the government does. And when that happens, something shady's going on, bro. That makes zero sense. That causes me to question. Because why would you take care of people you don't even know exist before you even take care of the people that you see? That makes zero sense. And maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I think too simple. But I think the simplicity of the way I think on things is what makes it right. Because humans understand that humans overthink and overcomplicate everything. And that's where the trick comes. Because no one ever looks for the simple solution, where the simple answer is always the solution. You know, I mean, that's a quote someone says, I think. I don't know. But to me, that's a quote that I'm going to say, is it tends to be the simple answer is always the right solution. You can do it a more complicated way. But then there's middleman. There's all kinds of other crap. And it's not the best. It's not the most efficient. I tell you that. The simple way is the most efficient way. Every single time. And that's how I live my life. Like, I want to do it simple, man. Work hard. I mean, work smarter, not harder, man. And that's how I make a living. And we kind of talked about it today. I was like, dude, you know, like, when I do mulch jobs and rock jobs, like, dude, I make the piss out of money, bro. And I was like, you know, and usually I can work faster than 3 men. Like, literally. I can throw mulch faster than 3 men, almost. Unless they're like a really good crew that understand each other. And I'm quick, bro. Like, I throw the piss out of mulch, man. Like, it takes me longer to go get the mulch than it does me to throw 4 yards of mulch. Like, I could throw 4 yards of mulch and it's so quick. And, you know, cha-ching all day long, bro. And, but life is crazy, man, and it's fun. And what's really fun is stepping into who you are. And people, and I understand, like, people go like, Cody, you're conceited as hell. And I'm like, well, no, I'm just me. And I'm getting better and more confident every day. And then now I have to act that way. Now I have to step into that. Now I have to go prove it. Now, not to anyone else, but to myself. Because I know what I'm capable of. Now I need to set my standards higher than they were before, which were stupid high. Other than the fact that I was just lazy. And I was complacent. Mostly just complacent. It wasn't that I was lazy. I was just complacent and comfortable with things, the way the things were. But now it's like, I have to build. It's everything I do. And the only thing in my way right now is this one faded event. Once this faded event is done, boom. Off to the races. Off to the races I go. And, because it has to be that way. I gotta do everything. I gotta clean up the rest of my life. I gotta deal with this stuff. I gotta deal with that stuff. I gotta get it out of here. Figure out what I'm gonna do. Sell stuff. Simplify my life. Get rid of trash. Get rid of whatever. Whatever I don't use, get rid of it. Get out of here. Get the clutter out so I can accept more in. And the stuff that I do need. The stuff that I do need to grow. The tools that I need to become a better version of me. Maybe I need to go back to school and become a psychologist. Maybe I need to call somebody and understand what certifications I need, all of them, to become a real life coach and who I can shadow. Because as of right now, yeah, I may be able to help people, but I can't walk around with a certificate and claim to be a life coach, even though I've done the certification. It'd make me a liar. You know, it makes me feel like a liar because I don't have enough experience in it. Even though I'm capable of just freely giving you my time and helping you, direct you, but I can't claim to be a life coach even though I have the certification. I can't. That'll make me a liar. That's how I would feel inside. I just can't do it. I can't charge you for that. I haven't had enough time. I don't have enough experience. But whatever, man. Today was cool. This talk is weird and cool. And that's what's so funny. It's like I have no idea where this stuff goes. And it's cool because I told him today. I talked to him, and I was like, it's so crazy that like I talk at night, I listen to it the next day, and then when I get in my truck the next following night, I talk about totally new stuff, and he goes, yeah, because you're done with it. And I was like, oh crap, thank you. Now I understand. It's like I let it go. I deal with it, and then it's gone. And then when I step into my truck, it's new content because I dealt with all that stuff that I talked about the night before, and then we listened to it all day, and it's all in there. It's good. I'm done with it. I'm over it. And that's such a cool process, man. It's a cool process to know that, like, you're emptying your trash every day. Like, you're dealing with all your trash every day, and then you're dumping it. And you're done with it. You're giving it sufficient time. And there's been days when, like, maybe I listen to my talk only once or twice. But that's still enough, because it's still 4 times altogether. Talking it, living it, hearing it. And 2 more times, 3 times, whatever. And it's super cool, man, because you go every day, dude. You're just battling stuff. And it's not even battling. You're just going with it, and you're just making it real. You're listening. You're learning. You're taking what you need. You're concreting items and stuff. And then you're done. It's like so easy. It's so fun. And it's so much progress. And every day I'm just loving myself even more. I'm more excited to be with myself. Yes, humans are awesome and I love them. Yes, humans, I miss them. I miss hanging out with them. They're funny. They're my friends, my best friend, And I spent a lot of time with someone over the last couple months, like, and that's how it works. Like, you kind of grow attached to them and you miss them when they're gone. And, it sucks. Because you both put work into the relationship, and it sucks when you guys are apart, like, because you guys become friends, and you learn things about each other, and you relate to each other, and it sucks, but, it's fine. We'll be back together soon, and hang out, and see our progress while we've been gone, and I think that's good. I think that's a lot of, kind of why this had to happen this way, is so we could separate, and then come back together in the future, and then kind of really see where our growth went, as we took time apart. And that's what's going to be cool, man. But who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I got to work all day. I got to go to the dump. I got to take the tool back. Hopefully get a lot done tomorrow. I'm gonna tile my backsplash. I gotta do tons of cuts. That's what's crazy. It's like how much on some things it takes so long by yourself. Well, if I had a cut man, I could just lay tile and he could cut, make my cuts, and boom, 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 you're done. But instead, it's gonna be a little bit longer process because it's just me. But whatever, man. And it's cool, and it's moving along. I'm gonna walk in, do some drywall real quick. But and then start tile. But it's cool, man. Like, it's fun. Life is fun. I'm getting closer to the thing, and it makes me feel good. Like I said, knowing someone was there today and just understanding, like, it makes it easier. And hopefully I can live on that fuel for a couple days until I'm done. And life's just cool, man. It's super cool, and I'm excited about getting through this fated event and see what happens. Because I do know for a fact as soon as this fated event's over, I'm shifting over to another job right down the road, and but then I'm gonna also be focusing on framing my art, spending time doing that, getting that process knocked out real quick so I can frame all my art, which is like 80 paintings, 90 paintings, and so I can sell them. Which will help me too. Well, I can have a show. I can have a show and then sell my stuff. And Maybe work on light system too for a lot of my art. For the ones that need to be lit up, stuff like that. So I'm super excited, man, because life is crazy, and it's only getting better, and I'm only getting bigger. I'm only gonna be touching more. I'm only gonna be this much more successful. Like, it's cool, man. It's so cool because it's so easy. It's like, yeah, I can stay in this field. I just need to get another man with me, or a woman, who knows? And ultimately teach them everything I know in the process, and then get them and just keep growing until I can walk away from it and let them run it. And then hire them for people. Like it seems like a super quick process for me, because like once I get it all done, it's like boom. I've done insurance restoration, I've done media mitigation, whatever it's called. Like, I know how to do all that stuff. Like it's so simple, and it's just nothing but money. It's just nothing but money. Just for showing up. Like, it's that easy. And that's crazy, bro. Like, I went to a buddy's job the other day, and I was like, man, this mediation stuff, mitigation, I don't know what it's called right now. It's so much money. It's so easy. I could just walk in there and do all that in a couple hours and make bank. So I gotta look into that too. It's just, there's so many avenues of things that I'm gonna make. Number one, because I know how to do it all. It's just easy, and then I'm capable of training human beings. I'm capable of finding the best in human beings. And I'm capable of learning how to work with each human being and know how to get the max potential out of each of them. Like, that's why I know, like, the skills that I have is that. My number one skill is understanding human beings. My number one skill is being the best leader around. And only that is because I know how people work. I know how each individual person works, and I can pick that up in a matter of minutes. And I can cater to them to get max potential. And I am a people person. And no, it's not manipulation, kind of. But it's for the best. It's for their greatest good, because I want to see them grow. I want to see them become the max potential. And also, in return in the future, that's going to help my return in the future, too. It's a win-win. Now, me and him talked about that today, about relationships. And I was like, yeah, dude. It's like, now I understand that as a helper, they're one-sided relationships. And it's like, now I know I have to cut those one-sided relationships off. And if we're not having equal give and take, if it's not a win-win for both of us, I don't need to be there. Then you're not worth my time. You're not. In a discussion. If it's not equal, peace. You won't come beg me, whatever. If you don't change, then peace. See ya. I don't care what you look like or how much money you think you got. Or whatever. You ain't got nothing for me if you're not going to equally give and take. This is my life now. I'm going to give. I need stuff in return. It's got to be that way. I just don't have time. I'm not going to short you. You don't short me. And that's life, man. And that's how you can help you control your happiness. Because you're not losing anything now. You're not losing anything in that relationship. You're not coming back drained because you're equally giving and taking. Everything's a partnership. But it needs to be equal partnership. And before, if you're texting people all the time and they don't text you back, like, fuck them. See ya! Because they got their attention somewhere else, and then obviously they're not equally giving, taking you. And that's what I'm saying. All this stuff is just a process of learning. You're learning how to respect yourself. You're learning how to give yourself time, and in doing so, you understand what you deserve. You understand that what you're worthy of. And that's fine. Like, if you text me and I don't text you back, well, then you got your lesson. You understand. I'm done. Well, obviously, whatever you text wasn't worth me responding. And I get that. Someone does that to me, then it's the same thing now. I know. See ya. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm done. So I get it. And it's not like disrespectful or anything. Like, it's just you're taking care of yourself, and whatever decisions you make is the best decision that you think. So it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna be mad if I text you and you don't text me back. Well, then I get it. Evidently, I'm not worth your time. So see ya. It's fine. It's very easy. It took me a long time because a helper, like when you're thinking about all this stuff in your head and you're creating all these stories and you're an overthinker, and you don't get the result that you have because you have these weird expectations until you text someone and they don't text you back, or they text you back later or whatever. I mean, yeah, sometimes they just get busy. I mean, sometimes I'll get a text or I won't see a text, and I feel like crap, if I don't respond. But I get busy, like I get lost. Like when I'm painting, I'm painting. A lot of times when I'm working, if I don't have my notification thing on or something, I won't hear it. I just get lost, And I try to respond when I can, and I feel bad when I don't. But sometimes people just text you some weird stuff, and you're just like, yeah. So I get it. So I'm sorry for anyone that I've ever texted some weird stuff to. Because I was weird. It's not that I was just real and honest with people, and that's a lot sometimes. But I'm never gonna change, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm understanding is like, you're you, and if people don't accept you for you, then you don't need them. They can't deal with you. It's never you. I mean, I guess sometimes it is, like you're crazy or whatever, but you're just understanding that if they're not gonna give you time, then you don't need to waste your time. You gotta learn to walk away. You gotta learn to be cold-hearted like me. Well, you can cut people off in a second because that's the only way you can protect yourself. You can't overgive anymore. You can't. Not in this energy, not in this time. Because if you do, you're just going to continue to be in your own hell that you're creating. You're going to be taken advantage of, and you're never going to get anything in life. And that's me. That's me understanding, like, now I have to change for the better. I have to go be selfish. I have to go do things to better myself because no one's going to do it for me. And I got to be stone cold, and I got to get what I want. And I deserve to be comfortable. I deserve to have money. It's just a tool. And that's it. That's where I'm going. So I got to do whatever it takes, even if it means whatever. And every day I'm just stepping into it. And this talk is good for me. This is good for my confidence, good for my ideas, good for me going to work, good for me knowing that I just need to go get stuff done. And who cares? I'll get home at night and I can paint, and I can talk, and I can go the next day. I'm hungry, bro. But whatever, it'll be alright. I'll make it. That's what I don't know. My metabolism's crazy. But whatever, I'm gonna be excited to get back into the gym though next week when I get done with this job. I'm excited about it because this time I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna do yoga in the morning or yoga at night. Maybe try and lift heavy weight. Some heavy weights. Just to help grow as quick as possible and to lose as much fat as possible. I think. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Not too heavy, but heavy enough to grow real quick in 2 weeks. To get super strong in 2 weeks. Which is weird. So that just means I gotta work out 3 days to failure. the heaviest weight possible, rest 3 days. Um, and then go super heavy. Because that will double whatever. That will like 60% increase my maxes in 3 days. And get me back up, I don't know, pretty high. You know, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. And then just lift heavy for a couple weeks, for about a month, just to burn as much fat as possible. And just shred myself as much as possible. And then recover with yoga. Stuff like that, the sauna. That's the plan. And eat. Eat plenty of food all day, mostly green vegetables and fruit. And protein. So I'm excited, man. I got a game plan, and like I said, in between, just become real strict in my day, and how many hours I'm working, what time I get there, what I do, set limits on it, and then find the equilibrium, find the balance of giving myself time, and loving myself, and then also working to get that money back up, and to be comfortable, and then to start growing on top of that, and like I said, and then start building, whether it's my art, start building this, start doing this, do life coach stuff, just taking the time in every avenue, and just delegating my time well, and not wasting any time, and just become the best version of myself, you know. And just do what I need to take. And I'm excited because it's just the sky is the limit, and it's not even the limit. I can keep going. It's just whatever I want to do in my head, whatever I'm capable of in my head. Anything. I'm capable of anything, and just what I want. And that's what I want. I want to be the best me. I want to help as many people as I want. I want to do my art. I want to have enough money to plan and go on vacations, or if I want to take off and drive or whatever. Like, that's it. You know? Have fun. It's looking up, man. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Super excited, because it's whatever, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I really want to frame my stuff. I want to have an art show bad. And now I know I can. As soon as this is done, I can, like I said, frame my stuff, get it presented right, and then go from there. Spend a couple days framing my stuff and go from there. Because once I have it framed, then I'm capable of doing anything. And that's it. Like, I need to, whatever. I gotta make sure and dot my T's and cross my I's. So we'll see, man. Whatever, and then maybe, you know, holler at some people and see if we want to start something. And I think so, man. I think my life just seems fun. It just seems like endless possibilities. I have all the skills in the world. Stepping into your confidence, understanding who you are, like, changes everything. And then just become strict in it. But give yourself time, you know. And maybe this is like me stepping into the reward system that I've never had, where, you know, justifying if I work 7 hours, 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, then I gotta give myself so many hours for me a day, which would be art, you know, and talking, which will be 2 hours, so I need about 3 hours to post everything. So about 4 hours to post everything and whatever every day. And then 8, that's 12 hours. I don't know, so I may only be able to work 6 hours a day. Or something like that. Which is fine, because I make more than enough money in 6 hours or whatever. More than the average human. So it'll all work out in the end. And yeah, like I said, it's just multiple things. If I just keep building multiple things at a time and cut the fat where I need to cut the fat and focus on things that are higher producing things and go from there. You know, that's a lot of it. Is hiring people, man. That's it. Find somebody, cater to them, and teach them. So we'll see, man. I'm excited about it. It's fun. Oh man, I should have called. Yeah, well, I can't do it now, but kids out of school, so graduated. See what's up with him. See what's up with him. But yeah, man, that's it. Like I said, once I get through this Faded event, the floodgates are opening, man, and I'm gonna let her swim. Well, I'm ready to swim. Nashville's mine. Hendersonville's mine. I'm fixing to own it. Own it all. And hot girl summer, to say the least. Blow up, to say the least. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm super excited about it. And whatever. Just gonna have fun. That's what I'm saying, like, because honestly, like, nothing could be worse than where I'm at now. So, like I said, and that's what I'm saying, everything up from here is up. The only place I can go from here is up. I'm already low as possibly can be. So everything is forward. I just gotta, whatever. I just need to have regiment, man. Regiment's gonna be it for me. That's what's gonna make or break me, and I'm not gonna get broken again. It'll all work out in the end. And all of this is worth it. All of this is worth it. And I'm excited, man. We'll see what happens. But the grass ain't greener on the other side. You know, that's what's crazy. Is like I kind of know what this painting is, and I don't know why it came out because I'm not in control of it. But the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener when you water it. You know, and if you water grass that's a freaking high quality grass, you know, you just don't know nothing about grass. I know everything about grass. You know, not the drug grass, the grass. That's what happens when you read a book by its cover, you know, you ain't gonna have regret. You have wrong expectations. And that's part of the process, though. I get it. You know, because I had that against me. And now it's just like, screw expectations, screw that. Just accept people for who they are. You don't have to live with them, you don't have to love them. You have to love them, but you don't have to be with them all the time. You understand who they are. And if they're going to grow, stay. Help them grow. Yes, it's a learning curve. But don't penalize yourself. You know, if someone constantly showing you one thing, you know, at some point you got to walk away from it. If they're showing you good things, then continue to whatever, and know that people mess up, and it's okay. It is what it is. You know? And that's what's so crazy is people marry you so hard. So the whole point is like, the greatest part about who you are as a person is if you fix yourself right, if you got your mask on, and you're loving yourself and you're caring for yourself, people will mirror that. They have to. They have no choice. When they're with you, they have to. That's why they run from you. That's why people get cut off from you. That's why people are exited out of my life. Because they cannot look at me. They can't be in my energy because I am the dominant energy. And I am happy and I am love. And if they're miserable and in hell, they cannot stay around me. I tick them off. I trigger them. They have to turn around and run. Because our bodies are programmed to mimic. Because when we mimic, that's how we get people to like us. That's how we connect with them. You know, but my energy is stronger. So my energy pushes people away. It's like a force field. But it's only because I'm strong in myself. It's only because I love myself. It's only because I'm confident in myself. It's only because I really, truly love myself. And I don't care what anyone else says. And they cannot influence me. They can try. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to do what you ask. I'm not going to do what you think. I'm not going to do what you say if it doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, I'm stubborn as hell. And I'm a Sigma male that doesn't care. I'm cutthroat, but you have to be. And that's what I'm saying. These helpers are going to understand that they got to become help. They're going to become cutthroat, and they're going to be confident in who they are. And the world is not going to like it. And all these takers who are real insecure, that's the whole point of narcissists and all that stuff. They're just insecure. But they found that they had power over you, and they can manipulate and trick you, and then they use that against you. But ultimately, they're just so damn insecure in themselves. They have no self-love. They have no self-confidence. It's all fake. It's all phony. It's all a show. So ultimately, like I'm saying, once you find love in yourself and you give yourself time, you will step into your power and you will control your world. And then once you control your world, no one else can control yours. And you'll be happy. Because you'll be doing what makes you happy. You'll love yourself alone. You won't be running around trying to fill your cup with other people's stuff that are incapable of loving you. And you're not going to no longer be incapable of receiving that. And you're going to learn to trust yourself. And then you're going to learn that the people around you that are still with you are capable of trusting them because they're still there. Because they're in the same energy. Or they're trying, or they're growing with you. Yes, they can mess up and make mistakes, but ultimately if they're still in your energy, then they're capable of staying in your energy. It means they're good people. If you're good. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It's that simple. Low vibe people with low vibe people. People in hell or with other people in hell. Codependent people or with other codependent people. Alcoholics hang out with other alcoholics. Druggies hang out with other druggies. Because they can't stay in that energy. People that love themselves hang out with people that love themselves. That's your family. Equally yoked in every situation. That's what we need. And the rest can be left behind. That's what Left Behind is. That's what all these Christian movies are about. Being left behind. The rapture. The rapture is stepping into your higher power. The rapture is just stepping into yourself, into your highest mind. Understanding that you have to fill your own cup. Christ consciousness of love. Which first means you have to love yourself. Because you have to save yourself first. Which means you have to, the only way to save yourself is to love yourself. Completely. And walk in that love. And walk in that power. Walk in that authority. That's the rapture. And people are coming out of it. And everyone else is getting left behind because they don't want to change. They're stuck on pride and ego. Because the very first thing that you have to do is say, I know nothing. And then live a life of that. Live a life of trying to learn constantly, knowing that you're never going to know it all. Not that you already know it all and you're never going to change. And you're so full of pride and ego that you won't change. You won't question anything. Because you think you're always right and you're not. And I'm not always right. Even now, to this day. I change things every single day. I question myself every single day to make sure I'm doing right. But it gets easier because you start forming a foundation. You start forming new rules. You start forming new morals. You start forming new laws. So you don't veer from side to side. So you don't fall off track. You start setting boundaries so you don't fall back into your old ways. So you don't fall back into low vibration. So you don't do things that used to trap you into doing other stuff that you shouldn't. You don't start hanging around people that you shouldn't. You can love them from afar. You can be inspiration and you can walk tall everywhere you go because you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you and learning from you. You never know you holding a door for somebody does for somebody. You never know you giving somebody $1 does for somebody. You just never know being nice, smiling, saying hello, what that does for somebody. The pyramid scheme of love. A pyramid scheme of love. Hell, and I'm gonna lead it, baby. I am now. Now with love comes a lot of boundaries, son. Because you gotta protect yourself. Because if you love yourself, you protect yourself. You don't let people run over you. You don't let people put you down. You protect the ones you love. And hell, you love yourself more than everybody else. You should. Because you gotta be the best version of yourself first. So you're not lying to people when you're giving them love. That's the way I look at it. It's like me being a life coach. Until I have enough time, shadow somebody, I can't run around claiming to be a life coach even though I've had 90 hours. I'm not certified. I can't. I feel like a liar if I do. So that's it, man. I don't know. This talk is weird. Talk is crazy. Talk is exactly what it's supposed to be. Love everybody. Love myself. It's fun stepping in your power. It's fun working all day, understanding that someone else is there and you're not alone. You're not doing this project alone, even though whatever. Someone's there to help you, and it is something. And dude, and they still trust you, and they still understand and see your true potential. Like, it's so weird to me, man. It's so weird to me. I've never seen a human being like this before. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's somewhat confusing to me. But like I said, I'm learning to love, to trust, and I'm learning. Humans, they never cease to amaze me. Just like how beautiful they are. Like, that's crazy, man. But you can never see that love until you can love yourself completely. It's beautiful, man. It's worth it all. It's worth every bit of it. And this journey is exactly the way it's supposed to. Now holla. Love y'all. Peace. I'm dreaming, damn, you got it, and I need it. I have a little bit too much every time. I get a little bit too drunk, but I'm fine. I have a little bit too much, but this time, I'll be giving it all up. For a little bit of you tonight. So 2 days off, that's a weekend. 3 days off, oh, I like this. 4 days off, I'm off the deep end. Like I forgot about what life is. I let the future me figure that out. Cause right now I'm feeling righteous. I get the invite every night, circle like a satellite, and everything we do is priceless. I have a little bit too much every time. I get a little bit too drunk, but I'm fine. I have a little bit too much, but this time, oh, I'll be giving it all up. For a little bit. Oh
drunk, me on the guest list, I'ma come too. So scotched up and I'm coming with a crew. Couple road sodas, maybe one or two. Need a charger with a lightning bolt, Pikachu. Double shot, fuck it, let's triple it. What you got? Give me a hit of it. In that top, see you nip slipping it. Baby, just give me a little bit. I have a little bit too much. Every time I get a little bit too drunk, but I'm fine. I have a little bit too much, but this time, oh, I'll be giving it all up. For a little bit of you tonight. I have a little bit too much. Every time I get a little bit too drunk.